Yeah, you can be able to.
I don't know if everybody's in there. I think I blocked it.
You got it. Mankind has been surviving off the wilderness for many of years. Surviving in the wilderness can be challenging. It requires a well thought out plan. It requires knowing what's available so far as resources, knowing what plants you can eat, knowing what tree sources are available, knowing what wildlife is available. Today I'm going to tell you how I plan to survive in the Ozark Mountains using only the resources that Mother Nature offers and the tools that I bring along with me. I was given a choice of 40 items to choose, but I can only find or choose 5. I'm going to tell you the 5 items that I chose. I'll tell you why I chose them, and I'll tell you how I planned on using them. My first items were 2 pounds of rice and 1 pound of salt. They don't require any refrigeration, they're lightweight, and they're easily portable. Pamela Sagwai and Thompson wrote an academic journal in 2006 called Blood Glucose: Lowering Effects of Brown Rice in Normal and Diabetic People. And they said that rice is a complex carbohydrate, it does stabilize your blood sugars, and it increases your energy levels. Salt I chose because it's a flavor enhancer. Salt has been around for many years, been used as a preservative. So we know that we can use salt to preserve the food and make it taste better. What I didn't know that rice could be used to prevent microbial spoilage. I read that in an academic journal that was written by Alvarezson, Sanchez, Grau, and Barat, and they wrote that in 2011. The article is called Salt in Food Processing, Usage and Reduction. Now that I told you about the food sources, I'll tell you about my tools that I chose. Flint. I figured that flint can help me in a number of ways. I can use it to start a fire. I can use it to make tools. I can make spears out of it. I can catch fish with it. Fauntleroy wrote an article in 2012 called To the Point, and it was published in Native Peoples magazine. He said that flint has been around for over 2 million years. Its sharp edges will allow it to pierce the hides of animals, and it can be used along with a steel piece to start a fire. So I figured flint would come in handy. As I said before, the Ozark Mountains is home to a multitude of fish varieties. So my next item that I chose is 300 yards of nylon fishing line with 25 assorted hooks. I figured I could use my fishing line to sew up my clothes when I get holes in them. I can use it obviously to catch my fish, and I could possibly even use it to sew the skins together of the animals that I catch. Hermes wrote a book in 1996 called Enough for One Lifetime, Wallace Carruthers, Inventor of Nylon. Wallace Carruthers invented nylon. It's very sturdy, fiber, and it can be used for any number of things. I figured I could even use it to make small snares to catch small animals. My next item that I chose is a hatchet. I figured a hatchet is a good multi-use tool. I can use it to cut firewood. I can use it to make tools like eating utensils. I can carve out wood to make a bowl to keep my food in and even keep water in. Like Fauntleroy said in his article that I mentioned earlier, hatchets is, I figure I can use it to make tools similar to what early man used to make when they were fashioning tools. My fifth item is a bevy bag. A bevy bag is a waterproof, breathable fabric made of Gore-Tex. It repels liquid water. As we know, and you guys know, water is essential to life. We have to have it. So I figured I could use my bevy bag to carry my water in. Colbert, in 2002, wrote an article called The Most Important Nutrient of the Body, for the body. He said that up to 60% of the adult body is made of water. Mankind can survive up to 45 days without food, but only 3 to 5 days without water. Water sustains life. So that's why I thought that a bevy bag would be an important tool for me to have. In conclusion, hopefully I have convinced you that I am capable of sustaining myself in a long-term wilderness type environment. I figure that if I utilize the resources that Mother Nature has given me, such as the local wildlife, knowing what plants I can and cannot eat, knowing how to get the water that I need, knowing how to hunt, I figure that I can sustain myself in a wilderness type environment. I also figured that utilizing the tools that I have, such as flint, a hatchet, fishing line, and a bevy bag, will enable me to add that along with nature's resources that I can use to survive. My food sources, salt. I can use that to preserve any fish or any animals that I catch. I can also use it to enhance the water, and I can use it to preserve. And rice is my complex carbohydrate. I can use that for instant energy, and I can use it to sustain myself for a length of time. The 5 items that I chose, that I talked about using for survival, in my opinion, are the best tools that I could have to sustain myself for an extended period of time. Putting together a well-thought-out plan, though, was the most important thing for me.
There we are.